How's it going, guys? Caden here from Stellar Survival. Please don't mind my voice. I'm just getting over being sick, but like our good friend from over at Frontier Survival, Heath, would say, you got to have that mountain grit and just keep pushing through, right? And so we're going to bring you a video today, and I'm going to show you guys how to make your very own bushcraft candle. So let's get into it, guys. For today's project, we're going to need just a few simple ingredients here, guys. First off, some paracord. Always a must-have in any bushcraft kit. Gonna need just a small round of wood. Pick whatever kind of wood you want, as long as it's mostly dry. You're gonna need some wick. Today, I actually do have beeswax wick. You could honestly change that out with jute twine or any other sort of string. It's not that big of a difference what kind of string you're gonna be using. You're gonna need your knife, a hatchet with a hammer back, or just a hammer, or another stick to be able to hammer through here, and a pot with some wax in it. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna decide which end of our piece of wood is the bottom. I think this end is the most flat, so we're gonna go with that. And all I'm gonna do, guys, this is just to help us realign the cuts later, is make a little circle here on the bottom. Again, I have a marketer do it. You can do it with anything that'll make the line for you. That's just gonna help us realign these pieces later. We're gonna take out our knife and our hatchet or hammer, like I said, whichever one, preferably one with the hammer back. Take it just like this, and you're gonna want a baton right through your piece of wood. Until they're in half, just like this. And then take both of those pieces and baton them in half just like this again. Okay, now you have 4 equal pieces. What you're gonna wanna do is come about 2/3 of the way down on your bottom end. So about 1 inch from the bottom. And all you're gonna wanna do, guys, is baton about halfway through. Okay, about that far in is probably what you're looking for, folks. And then you're gonna go from the top. And baton down to that cut you made towards the bottom. And then obviously if you're a little further back, just take your knife, go back into that other cut, the first cut we made, until it pops off, just like this, folks. That's what you're looking for, almost like a little shelf in there. And then just repeat the process with all 4 pieces. All right, last piece. All right, guys, now that you have all 4 pieces cut, what you're gonna wanna do is take them and just put that little puzzle back together. So line your circle back up that you made on the bottom, and it should be nice and easy for you to line all those pieces back up. All right, guys, so just about like that is what you're looking for. Line those pieces back up. And what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna come in here with our paracord. And we're gonna do what's called a straight latch knot here. You guys have never seen that? This is exactly how it goes. So take your cordage, make a little loop here, and then you start from the bottom. I always go over part that hangs down here. Just make sure this is nice and lined up. And then you're gonna start tying up towards the top. Don't overlap here. You wanna keep it real tight. because that's what's gonna be the main thing holding your candle together. And when you don't have enough to pass all the way around again, feed your loose end up through, and then pull this bottom piece here. You guys can see that. And it goes right down through. Boom, you have straight latch. Come in here, cut off your excess. And there we go, guys, straight latch. Very useful skill to have. Actually, my axe here, my hatchet, Gerber, I definitely suggest this one. I'll have to show you guys more about it sometime. But I even have a straight latch down here because it also makes for a nice grip on things. So now, guys, it's obviously not perfect, and we have a bunch of little gaps here. So that is where the mud comes into play. You're gonna get a little messy here, but that's bushcrafting, right? You're gonna take this mud and fill in all these cracks. So that way, when you pour your wax in, you're not gonna be losing a bunch of wax. Ask me how I learned how that was needed. So we're just gonna fill in all of our cracks on the bottom and all the sides. All right, now we just wait for it to dry. Now, folks, while we wait for that to dry, what I usually do is come in here, take a length of my wick, whatever I'm gonna use. Again, today we're using beeswax wick. Take just enough that you're gonna need here, cut it off, and all you need to do, find a little stick or something, tie it right around there. And that's about as much as we'll need to reach the bottom of this. I'm gonna double check here. Yep, that's about good. This is about dry, so we're gonna go ahead and take it, flip it so the opening is facing up, take our wick, stick it right down into the candle, rest it over top, and then go ahead and just pour in your wax. And the nice part is this is still wet inside and still cooling, so you can go ahead and even just take some of those chunks from what overfilled or dripped out and stick them down in your candle. Just poke it down in. And then when it's dried enough, all you're gonna do, you come in, snip your wick off of the stick that you have to hold it in place here. All right, then you can kind of just push that together right in there. All right, guys, so here we go. Here's our bushcraft candle all assembled. Let's light it up and see what we got here. Boom, there we go, guys. So right there is a bushcraft candle that you can make easily for your next camping or bushcraft adventure. I would definitely suggest, though, guys, make sure you use it outside because it is made of wood, so eventually those other sides will go up. But again, that's just more light and heat that it's putting off. Hopefully today you learned how to make your very own bushcraft candle. If you did, drop a picture down below and show us what you ended up making. Just a reminder, guys, when we get to 500 subscribers over on YouTube, as a thank you, we are going to be giving away this beautiful handmade Kulina knife. We're super excited to get this in the hand of one of you guys. So like, subscribe, and until next time, folks, stay prepared, stay alive, and we'll see you in the next video.